What's up, y'all? It's BoxingMindTv on with another one. I wanted to talk to y'all about the Abdullah Mason versus Abdullah fight. It was a good fight to watch because of the fact too, they didn't have months of training for each other. Where they sparred with each other, they have experience sparring with each other, but sparring and fighting is totally different. It's you know, you have a feel for the person, but in sparring, people glorify sparring, but in sparring, you're supposed to be working on something. So if you get off on somebody in sparring, it doesn't mean you're gonna get off with them in a real fight when they doing what they know they could do best. So I was intrigued by this fight with them knowing each other and not be able to prepare fully for each other. But it was a great fight. You gotta give Abdullah credit. He was down on the cards, not down on the cards, but he was down to me in the fight. Because in the cards they had him up by the end of the fight, but he was down early. Like he was losing the first half of the fight. I think he lost the first half of the fight. He probably was down, to me it was like 4-2. I feel like 4-2. And then the second, like by 6th round, 7th round, he started picking up, putting the pressure on, and figuring out, the change the game up on Abdullah, going to the body, hitting them up top when it was open. But Abdullah, gotta give Abdullah credit though. He was countering Abdullah with that right hand, countering him, catching when he coming in, using his length and size on Abdullah really well. It was a great fight, and he had some good footwork too. When Abdullah would change angles, he would change with him. I remember one round he was just changing with him, pivoting, cutting it. You know what I'm saying? Going around him. It was real good. It was real technical. In there. But Abdullah kept bringing the pressure on, and you have to give Abdullah credit because he was putting the pressure on. He was getting countered at times. He was landing his shots at times, the body shots on Abdullah, but he was what you have to give credit to Abdullah was he never gave up. He kept pressing the attack the whole fight, and he kept the same pace. His pace never changed up as he was making the adjustments. So putting that mental pressure on Abdullah and making the fight happen the way it did, you got to give him credit. And then in the 12th round, he had a Terence Crawford moment, like the same Terence Crawford moment that Crawford had against Sean Porter. They told him he was down on the cards, came out the next round and knocked him down. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching the fight and I was saying, like, this could be a draw. But I said that Mason just needed a fucking knockdown, and then he'll have the fight in the bag. Cause the second half of the fight he took over. He was winning those rounds. You seen Abdullah, his body language. You seen that he was like, kind of like his engine was coming down, his levels was coming down. He started off great in the first half of the fight, but he was going down. The second half of the fight, he was going down, and that's where Abdullah Mason capitalized, and he kept that pace on, kept the pressure on, kept the mental pressure, and kept that pushing them to the limit. You know what I'm saying? So, and he never gave up, and he eventually got him out of there. The only thing is though, I don't like the damn ref. The ref was terrible, man. Terrible. I don't know how you be having these bad refs, man. Old ass ref need to just go ahead and just retire, man. I don't know if it's just because he's old, incompetent. Like, let them guys finish it on they like let him at least get up. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't down and out. Let him at least get up, because Abdullah hit him for the second time when he dropped and he fell. He kind of like slid down on down Abdullah's legs. Okay, he did that. But let him get up. Let him at least get an 8 count. Don't call it off right then and there. At least let him get up and then see how he looking. Let him stand up. See how his balance is like they usually do. And maybe, see if Abdullah land one more clean shot. Then call it off. Don't call it off right away. Like, it just makes it seem like people don't. It's the reason why people don't want to don't want to fight somebody in their hometown, because there's always some funny shit happening. You know what I'm saying? So, like, don't do that, man. You put it like, it's not making people want to fight in somebody's hometown. That's why most people want to fight in neutral playing neutral grounds, you know what I'm saying? Because of that fact. Because there's always some funny shit. And then dude, Abdullah showed a good, you know, he showed himself a good count of himself last night, to where I think he'll get more fights down the line. You know what I'm saying? He'll get some, you know, people might want to see him, you know what I'm saying? Because he made a good competitive fight against Abdullah Mason, you know, in a short span of time of training, to train for it. So you gotta give the man credit. Abdullah, you know, many people didn't know about him. I'm pretty sure they know about him now. You know what I'm saying? So Abdullah kind of gave him some reach. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't like the way the ref did. The ref kind of fucked up the night a little bit. At the end of the night, like, you can't do that. You cannot do that, man. Let them cats fight. They've been fighting. They've been competitive the whole night. And as a world, it's a championship fight. You know what I'm saying? Let them guys fight, man. So that's just my take, man. But Abdullah did his thing. Give him credit to him. I think he would have got him out anyway in the 12th round. You just put a little controversy to it, but it's not gonna be no rematch or anything like that. But the referees gotta do better. And Abdullah did his thing. Credit to him. Credit to Abdullah for fighting the way he fought. It was an entertaining fight. I enjoyed it, you know. But that's all I gotta say, man. Let me know what y'all think. Boxing Mind TV. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, you know, and I'll be back with another one.